So it is a fear every parent has for their children that they are put into a situation where they're going to have to defend themselves in an emergency. But one local company is doing something to help prepare them if the situation does come up. We've got Master Jade Hwang here with us here. She is the co-owner of KBX PHX, and they're hosting a self-defense and empowerment workshop for teen girls and their trusted adults. I don't want to forget Joe. Joe's here too. Thanks for being here, Joe. Appreciate it. So you're going to tell us a little bit more about what we can expect during this event. What can people expect if they head out?
Well, we are really focusing on teen girls and helping them build some self-defense skills, which also includes situational awareness, boundary setting, digital safety, really not putting our personal information out on the internet, because once it's there, right?
Yeah.
And we don't realize that as young people. I certainly know that if social media was a thing when I was a teenager, that would have been big trouble, could have been, right? So to really educate them on things that are preventative, how do we stay safe, how do we not only how do we defend ourselves if something happens, but more importantly, how do we prevent something from happening, and how do we take some of those precautions ahead of time?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's kind of like the physical part is the last resort, right? That's what we need to know in the end. But there are things we can do to try and mitigate that in the first place. What's kind of one of those #1 tips that you give before we get to physical?
100% is situational awareness. I want people to just be paying attention to their surroundings, being alert, being aware of what's going on around them. The one rule I give to people is when you go into a new environment, 10-second rule, I want you to take a look around. Where are the exits? Where are some of the safety features, like a fire extinguisher or a defibrillator?
Or an exit door or something.
Exits, a hiding place. You know, if a situation happens, if there is, maybe an active shooter situation or just an uncomfortable situation, and you need to exit or get away quickly, where are you going? In a panic, you can't figure that out. So doing it day to day is helpful.
It's so hard to think about these things that it's sad and it's true, right? It's heartbreaking to think like, okay, if I have to get out, if there's a situation like that, I hate that we think about it, but this is why it's so important to make sure we're ahead of that. And you talked about taking 10 seconds. I'm guilty of this. I don't do that, but I feel like that's something I'm going to walk away with because we're all like this, right? Scrolling. So you're not even looking at your surroundings anymore.
You're not paying attention, and the more quickly you're alerted to something and you're aware that there's a danger, the better off you are. The more time you have to make a decision, the further away you are from the actual incident. Even something as simple as going to the grocery store. Do you know where there's another exit to your grocery store? Do you know where there could be a hiding space, a back room, a babathroom? Something that you do daily, that's really, really important.
Absolutely. Okay, so actually, yeah, go ahead. You hold this because you're going to walk us through some of these demonstrations. We talked about the situational awareness, but if things get a little bit dirty out there, then we're going to need to know how to protect ourselves. So we have Joe to help us demonstrate, but he's going to have a tough opponent because we got Ginger here joining me right now. She's going to help demonstrate everything, but I'm not worried about Ginger. They should be worried about.
They're going to learn me something. I was doing push-ups off camera.
Yeah, just getting ready. I'm saying, what's going on over there? But she's ready. Okay, so tell us what some of those tips.
Well, what we want to do is really just identify what some of the vulnerable spots on the perpetrator's body are.
Okay.
Not all parts are created equally. Like, I can hit Joe in the arm. That's not going to affect him, right?
You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So, but his nose, his throat, the groin, even your floating ribs, those are all more sensitive areas. So we're going to teach Ginger a little strike, a palm strike today. And that can be really thought about as going right to the nose. So let's see, Joe.
Because hitting with my wrist, I mean, if I try and take him on, if I hit him with my wrist, what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, if you try to hit somebody, if you're untrained and you try to hit somebody with your fist, most likely, like, his forehead is very hard, right? That's protecting his brain. That's going to really damage your hand. Take some training. But if you use the heel of your palm, which is a really strong spot, you're going to make a nice, good stance. I want you to have your hands up, and then from here, you're going to turn your shoulders and your hips towards that and squish a bug under your foot. That's going to give you a power using your legs and core.
Squish a bug under my foot.
And then straight,
Whoa!
Is that good?
You guys heard that?
Very nice.
Oh, he's so sweet.
He is so sweet. He's a fake perpetrator. You're okay. So this is nice and strong.
Now I'm looking past that.
Yes, you want to make sure you're hitting fully through it, because when you're using your hands, it's a lot easier. You have really good, a good functionality with your hands. You know how far things are. You're used to picking up stuff, so you know how far you can reach. It's a little easier than a kick. Kick, you have to keep balance. You have to know your distance, but this is a lot easier.
Oh boy,
what I like about that too is showing the force that you have to do it with.
Yes, you need to really hit something. So we're going to practice now on this board. This is a real piece
How
of wood.
did you know?
Never been broken before, never going to be broken again. Is is a real piece of wood.
All right.
You're gonna do that same technique, this palm heel strike,
Ooh, right into
right to the middle. So here, right in the middle.
Get
and
out
I
all
want
that
you to think if your
aggression,
target is here, okay? And if
Okay.
you can, do a little yell. That helps. It helps intimidation.
yell?
It gives you a little
But
adrenaline.
okay.
And hit
I
that
don't
as hard
wanna
as you can.
squish a bug. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
You got it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Very
I
nice.
didn't even break a nail.
Yes, of course. Great job.
That yell does do something.
does.
But you know what? I really like the fact, I mean, that didn't hurt me at all.
No.
Because here's all my force, all my body. I mean, let's face it, I probably outweigh him. No. Not
He's
muscle.
very strong.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, that didn't hurt me at all, and I felt very forceful, and then I could walk away.
And think about that hitting his nose, right? You're not hitting him like here and doing that. If you hit him in the nose like that, that's going to be a
it's going to
problem
push
for
it
him.
all up in the brain.
And all-
A chance to run away, right?
Exactly. That's all you need to do. Buy seconds. Buy seconds so you can run away, so you can yell for help, so that you can then kick him one more time.
Ooh.
Whatever you need to
We're
do.
just beating up
But
while
get
they're
the hands up and then kick them. Exactly. So
Excellent. I love it.
simple, basic things. We don't want people doing things that are going to take a ton of training.
Right.
We want you to learn things that you can learn right then and there that are going to help you be a little bit more safe right away. You know, you don't have 5 years to learn how to do all these techniques. You need the most simple, basic ones.
Yeah, well, that's a good one. I mean, and
And
like I
that's
said,
real wood.
That's a real piece of
It's
wood.
real wood.
That's a real piece of wood. That's
You know,
a souvenir,
see-
yeah. It's good
Yeah.
for firewood, yes.
I was going to come back there and kind of like perforate it a little bit, but I didn't.
No, you got to trust us.
You're a good teacher.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, we want you to, you have the basic skill set, you just need to know how to use it.
Okay.
Okay, so Master Jade, tell us then how we can sign up and get all the information.
You can go right to our website, kbxphx.com. There is a little banner right there. You can click on it for the Teen Girls Self-Defense Workshop. This is in conjunction with the Girls Rule Foundation, and they provide a lot of really wonderful resources for teen girls to just learn healthy habits, good financial literacy, all of those good things. We've worked with them for a while, and we're really excited about this
When my
partnership.
daughter went off for college, I made her go through self-defense.
This is exactly
Because it's panic. Let's face it, adults, we panic. You know,
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want to take him on. I joke, but
No, of
I
course
mean,
not.
so to not panic and to have the wherewithal, to have some sort of muscle memory, some sort of defense mechanism. I mean, that gave
plan.
me the peace of mind.
Absolutely.
So, you know,
And we'll teach them all kinds of different planning. What do you do when you go out? How do you make a safety plan? And just being able to teach them those things.
Excellent.
I was always the friend everybody wanted to go out with in college because,
Same.
you know,
Absolutely.
not because I'm that fun at a party, but because I'm like, okay, you'll be safer that way.
Well,
All
that's
right.
what I'm saying. We don't want to walk in with Ginger because we know, and now she's got an extra move.
Exactly.
pretty awesome. I know.